take a ride on the countryside. Let's just get away. Let's just get away. Oh, the bridge.
That's that bridge.
Maybe if you consider. Oh,
Let's just fly.
I was. Listen. I could play that song every.
Come on,
baby, I know
ad-lib.
just what you need.
I swear, there should be ad-lib.
Let your head down.
Everybody's eyes.
So that
Except
you
maybe Reese.
Yeah, you're done right, bro.
Force me to want you sing the blues.
Before we even start, yeah, who do you think has the best ad-libs?
What's in rapper?
But either or, singer or...
Yeah.
But I'm letting them finish.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna answer.
Let me ask, who do you
Sorry,
think,
go on.
before we even like do introduce everything, who do you think has the best ad-libs? Singer or rapper, I don't care.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be biased and just say it.
Who?
Migos.
Their ad-libs are mid.
I'm just gonna go out
They're
and say it
mid.
because I love them.
Nah.
I love them. Absolutely love them.
It tells me what your music catalogue is if you think they have the best ad-libs.
No, off the top of my head, there's obviously other artists that do. I don't think they're the best. I just love their ad libs. I like singing and rapping their ad libs.
If you listen to how Marvin Gaye, as far as his ad libs and harmonies and like how he layers and stuff.
Nice.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh my god, this guy.
Don't do it.
No,
Yo,
no,
really?
you know he's up there.
Really?
You know it.
Right, wait.
Without saying his name, you know he's up there. Though.
Voldemort, really?
You know
not
he's
up
up
there.
there.
That's what
And this
I'm
ain't even me hating because
No,
I genuinely like his
No,
music.
you know he's up there. though.
Gabriel really got on mic and went, proper slithering done, bro.
Like, you know he's up there. Like, that's the thing. I don't want to mention his name because everyone's already started the clock. I'm a bit too much of a fan.
Bro, a bit of a fan.
Like, even though the welcome to
Coming
the
across
culture page is
obsession,
getting outrageous.
No, listen.
But his
They're getting you there as well.
they're getting me,
There you
man.
go.
They're clocking. They're
I don't think. I don't.
I'm trying to think, who do I think has the best ad
Name an ad lib from. Go on, name like a really banging ad lib from that one.
I wouldn't say
Not
it's
name,
more,
but-
I wouldn't. I think with R. Kelly, it's more the. Oh fuck. Oh.
That is fine.
I should have
I'm not
said-
even bleeping it. I'm not even. It's fine.
Oh,
I can bleep it if you want me to. It's fine.
No, not even doing that.
I don't think it's the. Like, I don't even think it's the ad libs. I think it's the. No, they are ad libs.
Go on.
They are ad libs, but I would have to. I can't sing. I can't do it.
Ad lib.
I can't do
Okay.
it. But
Rick,
you would know.
No, he's like-
You would know an R. Kelly ad lib. I can't sing it.
Rick Ross has great ad libs.
No, he's actually.
Conan from Krypton. Conan has a thing. Conan has sick ad libs.
Let me get you.
I've heard ad libs where man are rapping and man's like, pussy don't run. Like, them ones that make me laugh. Like,
Do you know,
it shouldn't
I
be
think a lot
funny.
of UK
bro.
rappers probably have
Tion's got better ad libs.
decent ad libs. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm really bad.
If you ever listen to Fuse the Engineer, is it Fuse? The guy who does the plugged in sessions. And you, like, oh, Russ. But yeah, come on.
Oh.
Alright, perfect example. Yeah, you know in that song, that Mooski, Trackstar.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
His
he's
heart was burning.
it's R. Kelly. That's all R. Kelly is. What is the like? What he's doing in the hook is R. Kelly. Those are R. Kelly ad libs. That's
Yeah,
what
but
I
you
mean.
don't
Like,
By the way, do you know why you annoyed me? Because on the last episode, yeah, there was a song I'd never heard before, yeah.
yeah.
And we're talking about all these women want to talk about now is my pussy pink.
You never heard it?
Oh, bro.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
I never heard it. And then
way.
and it came up on my
No
I think
way.
you know, on your explore page, I was
Yeah.
looking for a football video, yeah, because I saw it, but you know you accidentally reload it.
Yeah.
And it came up and I was sliding through, yeah. And I hear my booty pink, my booty hole brown. I was thinking,
That's like the hit song of the
my
summer, like for
Lord.
the girls, like. That's like I'm out of town, it's fucking
around.
around. But I like her. I can't even
Pound. It's that one and the girl. Is that the girl that said he just ate my ass and wanna switch? Is that the same person?
No, that's another girl.
Oh my
That's Suki Hana, but them lot are like them lot are cons.
Oh
Them lot do their
my
thing.
god!
But
I was like, why does this look so aggressive? Nah, me and his. I was like, whoa.
do you know what's so that Suki Hana girl? She's not like she's proper intelligent. When you hear her,
No,
speak,
she's
like,
I've heard her
black,
speak.
Like,
I just-
yeah.
But that's just correct. Okay, woof. Let's get into this pod. Sorry, I just want to go through.
I'm so surprised you heard it though.
I never heard that song from my life.
Crazy.
It's episode 154 of Digital Podcast of myself, Reese, who do you have in the studio to my left.
Oh,
Mr. O, hey,
you just Reese.
Been Reese for the last 2 weeks. Been Reese forever. 91. And left of O.
Bosh.
Left of O. Your name is
Oh,
Bosch.
no, no,
You know what Bosch is?
no. You said since 91. So I said Bosh.
But do you know what Bosch is? That's
No,
crazy,
yes,
bro.
I do, and I didn't know you. I didn't know you was addressing me at that time. The
East
timing
London slang, innit?
was so wrong, and that is such
But
an old
the
word.
thing, no, Bosch has 2 minutes. There's Bosch, like, yeah, get him.
That's what
And
I
then,
meant.
and then there's the Manden Bosch, which means like,
Yeah.
she's
But that's
she's
the
the
East,
boss.
that's the East London word.
big
man.
A. I think so, yeah.
No, because you said not since 91. So I was like Bosch, but then it didn't. Anyway, Kadia.
My favorite human being on this pod is not here today because he's not feeling well. So send him well wishes.
well soon.
He should be
Who's your
back.
second favourite?
Yeah, Big D, get your release from your.
Hey yo,
Oh.
hey
We
yo.
have not even got.
You're
past the
living
introduction.
dangerously.
Oh my god.
Alright, it's hurting me.
That sentence is crazy. How's that song go? How's that song go by Dane Bowers and Victoria Beckham?
Bugging.
No, out of your mind,
Oh my god,
out of your mind.
that song is so.
Oh my god, I blanked that out.
Can't you stop bugging me? Won't you stop bugging me?
So yeah. Oh, how and Gabriel, how are you? And Gabriel in the studio as well.
I'm good. Chilling. It's been a good week.
Who's your second favourite human on the pod?
Oh, how you doing? Okay, I can hear you, but we're not doing again.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm okay, you know. I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm feeling good. Enjoying the weather. Yeah, just alright. Just keeping my head above water, you know. And I didn't mean that. I did mean that.
That's crazy already.
see?
That quick. That quick. They haven't even been buried yet. They haven't been found yet. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I didn't. I swear. When you watch this back, you'll see that I paused before I said it because I was like,
You
wait.
paused and you giggled, and then I was like, yeah. It's one of them ones. I know how it sounded, but I had to say it anyway. Yep.
Head above water. Horrible.
Wow.
I'm gonna throw you in the deep
Don't go
end.
chasing.
Katie, how you doing?
Crazy.
I'm good, man. Who's your favourite person on the pod?
I'm not answering that question. Don't worry.
Don't go.
That's right.
Oh.
They should follow that advice. TLC told him.
Listen
take
to
some
the
waterfalls. It's
rivers and the... My eye is going to probably start...
But I was rude for what I said off mic. But you don't look to me mad.
No, this is worse. This is worse.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Keep my head above water is crazy.
Wow.
Okay, right.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Now she's doing one eye open when I'm sleeping with the fun. So I'm trying to say it's crazy in the dunya, bro.
Wow, boy.
How are you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I'm alright. My hay fever literally just kicked in. It's really attacking me right now.
Eyelashes.
It's not... Funny enough, my lashes, I think they protect my eyes even more.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, huh?
So eyelash before, innit? So when you get extensions, that's even better. But yeah, it's just itching and everything now. And now this eye is going to go really red and probably swollen. So apologies to everyone in advance for looking like Mike Tyson 2.0.
How long
You can get extensions for eyelashes. It's
Random question. How long does it take to get lashes
it's
done?
weird.
takes an hour.
An hour?
Some people take.
Why
longer
did
than
the
others.
accent leave your mouth?
Sometimes I like to go into Irish. when
How
I
much?
say
How much do
certain
they get paid to do lashes?
It depends. What? It takes an hour. It depends. So lashes can vary in prices. Sometimes you've got the Instagram lash techs that just braze with their prices. Like nails, like wow.
What's the
The average, I would say, the cheapest would be for a full set, £40 to £50, and then for a refill, 35.
Individual lashes.
How much for nails? Because I'm having to pay for all these things, and I
If you
just
get
wanna know
nails
if
for
I'm being
£25,
fleeced.
don't trust it.
No, you're getting fleece period, bro.
I might be.
Because
Not
I'll be
lie.
honest, the way how your artist gets her nails done, from what I can see, it looks like
Yeah.
if
Back in the day, basic set
she has
nails,
them on for like a
£20,
week and a half, innit?
£15 to £20
She has them
now.
on for like a week and a half, innit, and then gets them changed.
She does
I bloody well.
Which artist? Because you got two
every
female
month.
artists.
one now. What?
Oh, okay. fair enough.
and the other one after today. I
From
don't
the
know,
way-
man, about
Booty
this-
pink, brown.
Her nails, they look like they were probably
Pound
about
down.
£50, £60 a set.
£60. Okay, so I'm not getting fleeced then. £60.
Possibly, maybe.
No, I'm
No,
getting fleeced.
no, it's about yeah. It can be more though.
Could be more. Okay,
Some girls
cool.
can
I'm
get
okay then.
£70 if you've got the mad. My set, I think, is I always forget because I do my hands and feet at the same time.
Okay.
So I pay around.
See, one of them people that look like you got your big toe looks like your thumb.
No,
So you got the cute, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know them girls that wear living sliders, and the extra, I don't know what it's called. The
what do you
acrylics.
mean the big hand foot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not handful. With the nails is the same as on your toes.
What
it's-
extended along?
Yeah.
No, mine's just like shaped a certain way to precision, perfection, done.
Oh, cool.
See if you want.
That's
What?
fine.
No.
Keep that.
You know the thing? No, Katie, put your shorts on.
Fine. It's a thumb.
I legit.
Tell the chick,
Okay.
tell the chick keep her socks on. I don't like toes.
Fam, you know,
Are they cool? They're like, yeah.
Listen, bro,
Yeah.
Gabriel, you know that hard. Go on. Sorry,
if you ever thought like what Frankenstein's thumb was.
that's crazy. You know the stone. You know the,
And he's buff, and it's Frankenstein.
You must
So
have them shaped right. Otherwise, if you don't shape your toenails, you'll get ingrowns.
you know the stone that everyone usually has in their bathroom.
Yeah.
The thing. Obviously, man used that the other day. Like my feet need work anyway. Yeah. Worst thing I did. Yeah. Say I did it on Sunday, Monday. Went to go play football yesterday. My heel back is screaming from just the,
Dry.
no, you
No,
spang body, bruv. The ground, I'm twisting and turning on my heel in it so I can feel it. I think I should have left that fucking
Got all
hard.
the
and-
dead hard stuff.
Yeah, bro, my
yeah,
foot
left
is
it,
screaming, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Man said screaming.
but yeah,
But yeah, it can in a nutshell, it can be pricey, but
Okay.
it's a monthly expense, isn't it?
I need to drop them. Sign some male artists.
I'm waiting for it to finish so we could.
Reese, you alright?
But this week, nah, this week has been a very mentally abusive week.
Oh wow.
Right, yeah, that's the nicest way to put it. I was ready to sit in the dark yesterday in silence. I was that vexed, but
Oh, I did that.
I'm trying to figure it out. That's the best way. That's the best way to kind of.
Well, I
Average
hope
it
your
out.
day's going better today. Who's your second favourite person on the pod?
Oh,
Gabriel, how are you?
Yeah, no, man, it's been good. My week's been, you know,
you know,
Success.
my
you know,
artist
Gabriel
is
was
angry
stressed.
with me right now. But
We'll talk after.
yeah, we'll sort that out later.
Right. So I wanted to. So, based off of like, I would say O is a very eloquent person. Gabriel's a very eloquent person. Katie is a very interesting person.
What does the word eloquent mean?
Eloquent.
What does the word eloquent mean?
As another thing, as in the way you speak.
Yeah, okay.
Even she laughed at that. Yeah, okay.
I was waiting to get in what
Yeah, okay.
kind of content. Yeah.
So-
okay,
You
yeah.
alright?
I was having a conversation on Sunday
Ow.
about like words, meaning of words, rare slang words, and the rest. And I wanted to ask everyone in the room if you could abolish, ban, get rid of any word or words in the dictionary, what would it be?
That's a lot, you know. There's
I
a
would
lot of
name you.
words.
I'll say mine.
I've got.
I would say mine personally
Very
that I can't stand. One is the word urban.
Yeah,
Can't stand it. Disgusting word.
needs to go in the bin.
Right, yeah.
Dictionary. Ugh.
And the other one is the word. Well, there's two, but I just pick one. Snog. I hate the word snog. Because
In the dictionary?
snog. It could be it could be a slang word. Either way.
Snog.
So urban and the word snog. I don't like. And late running. If they're free, the word moist.
Moist. Oh, you're in there. You're moist.
Yeah, the
I don't
word.
use that.
It's a disgusting word.
Mm.
Look, that cake's right.
Two of them I agree with.
Urban
Urban
and
and
snog.
snog,
Yeah,
I'll take out of there, 100%.
I use the word snogging for banter whenever I'm talking about Love Island.
that's gross. Just say lips, bro.
Yeah, but snogging just sounds funny.
Just
when
say
I,
lips,
when
man.
I only when I talk about Love Island though.
Bay.
Before all others, or was it for something?
Wait.
Something and
wait.
What? Baseball something. Yeah.
Bay stands for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I just thought it was just a new word that.
No, it's
Bay.
before.
All else.
Yeah.
Maybe I've heard that before, but then I didn't really. Wow.
I think cap is shit. I don't get cap.
I wanted to say
Yeah,
that.
That's like always.
I don't like.
I
I
don't
wanted
get-
to say that, but it's more the meaning, not.
I
the
don't think
word.
no cap sounds good coming out of an English person's voice.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And
That would have been my one.
I had
But it wasn't.
I had a child in my class. I was telling him something. He went, "No, that's cap."
What was it next?
What does cap really mean? And he went,
You're
I
waff-
saw this. I saw this on
You're
your
waffling.
on your
He said,
Twitter
he said,
page.
oh, cat means lying. I said, okay, so how does
Yeah, you're
cat
waffling.
mean lying? What is the relation between cat and lying? And he looked at his friend, and he looked at his friend. His friend looked at him like, bro, you're on your own. He looked at me and he went, eh. I was like, don't bring me no words if you don't know what it means.
I don't like that phrase.
Cat.
No, that's cat. No cat. Like it's just dumb. And I think I've said that from when I started hearing
I literally
English
used to know the link.
use it as their slang. I was like, it's a fucking baseball hat. Like that's what a cap is. Like or
No, but it's American slang.
or a granddad cap or a hat.
No, but it's American slang. That's what
Yeah,
I
I know,
think.
but even when they use it, it's okay. That kind of fits the accent and the vibe. And then it just comes here and it's like, no cap, you know.
Gabriel, what about you?
The emoji upsets me even more.
It's free.
Go on.
Unapologetic.
Oh, don't kill me, please.
Because you know what it is? I'm going to tell you why I want to get rid of it. I don't think it's the word itself, it's how people use it. Makes me
Unapologetically
sick.
black.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
Unapologetically themselves.
And then the second one is narcissist or narcissistic. The only reason why I want to get rid of it, I believe these are all buzzwords that are used out of context nowadays.
Yes.
And it's crazy. And I was having a conversation with my friend and I said, it's crazy because the people that use this word out of the people that use this word out of context for the most part are women.
I've got one.
They use the word narcissist and narcissistic out of context.
Yeah.
Or they break up with their partner. My partner was a narcissist. But then some of these people would cut their friends
You're not a
off.
medical professional to know what the definition of a narcissist. It's just a word that people are throwing around. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's actually a disorder. It's actually a disorder. And the thing is, it's like, okay, cool. If you're gonna use that,
Narcissistic prick.
the girls that say this, that I know that say this, will cut off their friends for not wishing happy birthday or attending their birthday party. It's nothing more narcissistic than that, I don't think. Yeah, I
I
mean,
think girls care more about their birthday anyway. But babes, you're not in secondary school. Why's your hand up?
Yeah, buzzwords, certain buzzwords.
but yeah, yeah.
I have two. Off the back of what Gabriel was saying, I think the word gaslighting. Or
Oh,
gaslight,
that was the third one. That was the third one I was
and
gonna
that's
say.
simply because I just, do you know what? It's not even that I don't like the word. The meaning behind it, gaslighting is not the only word you can use. And I feel like it's become, all of a sudden, last however many years or whatever, a trend that, again, I'm sorry, most females use against males to either put them in their place or defend them. What you're not going to do is gaslight me
Yeah.
and tell me da-da-da. And yeah, because what you're doing now is you're gaslighting me. And da-da-da-da, gaslight.
Yeah.
So I don't like it.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
just, yeah, if I had to, it would be that word.
Out of it.
Do me a favor.
And
Pass me that ball.
my next one would bring me on
I'll
to...
do this. Pass it. Just throw it. I'll pour, but fine. Thanks.
My
I'll do
next
this.
one
Next
will
time
bring me
I'm
on
done
to...
this. Hey, babes, do you want the lantern?
Do you know what the funny thing is? I remember when I first started hearing that word, I was like, what the fuck is this gaslight? What's it mean?
Yeah.
And I had to Google it. I was like, what does everybody
I
mean?
knew what it meant.
And I'm like, oh, manipulate. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I'm like, why can't we just use... And if I'm talking about something like that, I'll use the word
the word
manipulate.
manipulate. The word manipulate.
Chastise.
Chastise is my
There's so
favourite
many
word.
different- Yeah,
Chastise
I
is my
like
favourite
that,
word.
Or even that...
That's such a
chastise is
yard. Such a Jamaican word.
It's
You're not
such
gonna
a
chastise me.
Jamaican word, yeah. It's
They
so
use
grown.
old English, like English that people won't use.
It's so fucking grown.
But
This
old
is
Nigerian,
gaslit.
old Nigerians speak like Yoda.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god. That's spot on that is.
They extend the sentence that they could say in 5 words.
In 5 words. Yeah.
It's no, that's spot
Chastise.
on.
I mean, the reason why I think people use gaslight more than manipulate, because manipulate don't sound sexy. When you say you're not gonna try to gaslight me.
Gaslit don't sound sexy. They need to stop. It does
silly,
not.
man.
No, but when I say you know, certain words sound like there's more emphasis on the word. That's what I said. What I mean when I say they sound
Yeah.
sexy.
I think that's because it's.
So when you say you're not
it's a
gonna,
trend word.
you're not about to manipulate me. You can't. There's not the same spice on when you say manipulate. You're not gonna gaslight me. You're not gonna
I just
gaslight
think
me.
it's how you use that word manipulate, and if you use it in a sentence a specific way without being fiery, oh,
For example, I was trying to manipulate me with the colours on his colours on his top.
Wait, what? What?
In a sentence. For example,
There were many other sentences you could have used.
yeah,
easiest one. Sorry.
use it in a sentence.
Not gonna lie. Just sit here, mind my business.
But yeah, that gaslit word.
Trend
And there's even
conversation.
a few of my friends that I know that have or do use that word in the context where they're talking about a guy. And obviously, it's not my place to be like, oh, don't use that word. But in my head, I'm just thinking, for fuck's sake, please don't say that word again. Don't use.
Trying to think of
I just have a problem with it. It's like, ugh.
Gaslighting, yeah.
I'm trying to think of
probably
another word.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of another
There's
word.
probably loads. That's the thing. There's definitely like
Between that word, because I don't like the cap or no cap, but I think gaslight or gaslighting, whatever, is the worst for me.
I'm trying to think of, so even when I was thinking about this the other day on Sunday, with I was thinking, like, those words for me are the ones that like really irk me. Where I'm just like, raw, like snog. Like snog now as an adult, it's not a word I hear that often. And even
it's
more
so
the moisture
old
thing.
school.
But I feel like the word urban. I think urban is always one that's triggered me. I'm like, bro, what's urban?
Do you know
bro?
why?
Like,
Because what do you call it? Urban.
garage, two-step.
I don't even know what the word urban has even changed its meaning over the years.
No, you know what? Yeah.
Because Urban Dictionary, that's just another way of saying the Black Dictionary, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's not so PC to call it the Black Dictionary.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But that's why when people use that word urban, you know what they're getting at.
With Americans, yeah, and the word,
know.
I see what you mean about cap, like, because when Americans say it, it sounds cool, like, but it's the same with like it's giving. I think it's giving.
But you gotta do this. It's this.
Yeah, but you know what? It's
that.
giving it something that I wouldn't put in
It's
a
mad
serious
sassy, innit?
sentence. I have to use it being
It makes
silly.
me cringe.
It's
It's like,
giving...
I see it's like a and I don't watch this, and I
I
don't,
have to be silly when I say it.
One second. Go on, Gabriel.
and I don't watch this show, and I don't think.
I love
I don't
that.
know. Yeah, I don't think men should be watching it. I don't know.
It's
Innit?
giving sex.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But go on.
No, I'm joking. But listen, I don't really watch TV like that anyway. But yeah, and then they're like, it's like a video, and they're like, it's giving sex.
Yeah, that video.
It made me
and they're
sick.
dancing.
It made me sick to my stomach.
I was like, what are they doing?
It's uncomfortable to watch.
It's
I'm
giving
watching that.
sex.
Actually,
giving
I just found another word.
Like, what?
Bad bitch.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
bad
knock
B.
it off. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
bad words.
Just leave it to the rappers, man.
I just like, bro, you're not a bad.
Again, banter. I can't be serious and be like, yeah, because I'm a bad B, you know.
You know, no, do you know? I think it's
use it as
the only reason why I think I don't like the word that as a sequence of words.
Yeah.
Is because it's changed. Obviously, we have slang and people change the meaning of words. Yeah,
Yeah.
it fundamentally depends on who says it to you. If the man said, "Raw, no, I can't chat to her. She's a bad bitch." Yeah, you're taking it as offense because you're like, "Oh, there's aggressiveness in him calling me a bitch."
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the option is either a female dog, or you're a woman who takes control, or you just be a bad. Because if you say bad woman, it don't sound right, innit? But saying bad bitch,
Do
you know? I think they don't.
if I say badders, you get upset. But if I say a bad bitch, it's fine.
Even when British girls
Wait,
say
who gets upset at badders? Sorry, what?
Some of the baddest is not a good
an
thing,
insult.
bruv.
Yeah, it's an insult.
No, it's not. But I'm saying like, it's to me, it's the equivalent of a bad bitch.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Well,
not.
no, because
No,
badders.
it's
Like,
not.
Uncle's
It's not.
badders.
It's like calling someone a bosh.
No,
like,
yeah, Uncle's bad. Oh, she's a badass. Yeah, I get it. But then sometimes when guys are like, yeah, she's bad, you know, like, oh, she's.
yeah, bad.
you know
If you
No,
add
but I've heard
letters,
guys-
it's
I've heard guy. Maybe I'm wrong.
She's a
but I've heard
Badeen.
guy-
Wait,
she's
maybe.
a Badeen. You're thinking Badeen.
Maybe
Bad-
I'm
yeah.
thinking Badeen. Because badders is actually
in
a slut.
slang terms. Is badders the equivalent of slosh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
No.
a baddie.
Do you know
Yeah.
do you know where it comes from? Uckers badders.
Yeah.
Badders. That's the evolvement of that fucking word. Silly.
Yeah, but even though I think that there's too much, I don't like slang. There's too many words involved. I like.
you know it. You know it.
Who would you say though? Who would you say has got the best slang you've heard? Like out of like different regions and different countries. I'll say New York. I think New York slang is the
I like New
funniest.
York.
I think
New
it's the
York or-
funniest.
is it New York?
Like you ODing right now. You bugging.
No, you
Yeah.
fuck.
I think
No.
everything
I mean,
that we take from there
and they-
comes from
I
New
think
York.
They proper
the
emphasize it,
with-
yeah.
The accent with the certain things that they
Yeah,
say.
nah.
Yeah.
is-
They're the best.
yeah.
I'll be honest. I think obviously LA has like their gang culture is active, so everything has curs or blood.
Yeah.
Or they will like say if there's a word and you're a blood, you pronounce it with a B, like brisk breezy.
Oh, yeah,
you won't
yeah.
say Chris breezy like.
That's
like,
funny.
But I think like when New Yorkers like hood New Yorkers speak it slang wise, it's so expressive. Like
yeah.
there's that girl called
just sounds
is it
cool.
Clef Lip or not Clef Lip?
Scarlet.
Scarlett, sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I said Clef Lip, that's crazy.
Isn't Clef Lip
Don't
Yeah, that's mad.
yeah, Scarlett.
dear?
Yeah.
You can fix them though. Them
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But her when she raps. I remember the first thing I heard her rap. She's so New York, like it's so aggressive. I'm like, wow, like I believe you.
Yeah.
Even Tiana Taylor, when she speaks, I believe you. I believe you. Like you outside, I believe you.
Yeah, for real.
I really do believe you. That's prove that to me. I believe you.
Like you know when they want to say like they say something and they want to swear on someone's life, or they'll be like word to my dads, like my
What am I mother?
yeah,
What am I mother?
my dads.
Who is it?
Like,
Kai Cenat. When Kai Cenat proper puts on his New York accent,
yeah.
bro, and he's from Trinidad as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if he switches between the two, you're like, what am I mother from New York? I'm like,
But a lot of New York is influenced by Caribbean culture.
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
People don't admit that though.
Bomb B.
What is bomb?
I don't know.
But nah, the
Another,
bugging. Say,
sorry,
when
another
they
word
say
that I
someone's
don't
bugging,
like.
it's funny to me.
You wildin'.
You wild.
You
wildin'.
wildin'.
Bugging. You wildin'.
You OD.
Another word is cancel. I don't like the stigma behind the words anymore.
Cancel culture or cancel?
Do you know, I think
Like,
for these
as
words,
in, like, you know,
I think it's just the way
cancel
the words
culture.
have been
yeah,
turned.
I think it's the
I
way
don't
we
like the
use
way it's
them
been
that we
twisted
don't like.
because
Yeah.
I even find myself. I don't like even
When
find myself using.
we're
it,
changing
I'm
the thing
like,
now
no.
of words you want to ban, because like for me, the word I can't stand is the word triggering.
Oh, I can't
Like,
stand
I'm
that
gonna say,
word as
that's
well.
not what I want banned. I just feel like people use it in a way where it's like, okay, something's bothering you.
That just
Or
reminds
like,
me of
oh, you're
Trey
triggering,
Songz.
you're triggering me.
Trigger. That's what it reminds me of.
You
When I hear-
can't
when I
bring
hear
him up
that,
no
that's
more.
what I think of.
Can't bring him up either.
Yeah, well, there you go. Because he's cancelled.
He's on charges now. He's not on charges.
He's cancelled. Well, yeah, he's a very bad man.
Should have bad man, innit?
No, not me.
Like somebody will go into a restaurant and say, "Oh, excuse me, could you talk quietly, please? It's triggering my anxiety."
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh
why
my
you in-
god! If it's
why you-
triggering it, I said, God.
Sorry.
Jazzy
No,
Jeff
by the
had
way,
something shout that restaurant?
you two missed the funniest part of Gabriel. It's not my problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really not. It's not.
Why are you in a restaurant if sound triggers you?
Man.
Where we play football on Tuesday, there's signs up now saying no swearing, yeah? And I'm like, you decided to buy a house next to a collection of a collective of 3G pitches, yeah, knowing that people play football here Monday to Saturday,
You know how
right? Yeah, and people are gonna shout and whatever. Even worse, everyone can be like, oh yeah, but you know those pitches, bro. Them pitches used to have a running track around them. They've been there from before my mum was born.
It's giving
You
sense.
chose to buy a house next to a running track where football pitches are. My guy, that's on you.
Is
How
the
do you know if they bought it? Maybe the
gentrification-
council just had to move them there. Maybe they
Lots of people that live there in Brixton are homeowners. They've
is
been there for
the
years.
gentrification-
Oh yeah, because they're the thingy house, aren't they? The older.
Like, but the back of where Brixton O2 is, like, it's tucked behind there. Where Ferndale is.
I don't think there's any council estates in Britain.
I used to get annoyed when I lived
bad.
in
Really? Everywhere
Well,
I've been.
one second, time out. You don't think there's council estates in
No, I
Brixton?
said I don't think there is because every time, well, not that I know there is, but I don't think there's many now because everywhere I go in Brixton, it's all new and upcoming. Everything's like home owned.
Angel Town still exists.
Okay, I don't know about it.
Loughborough still exists.
No, not them.
Five Ways still exists. Summer Leighton still
Five Guys?
exists. Five Ways. Why for Five Guys? Man, I know Five Guys.
Wow.
All right, cool, yeah. Let's transition from this anyway, yeah. Bryson, I'm going to ask O this question. Oh, how tall are you?
You're 5'11" and a half.
Well, it's a podcast. I need you to speak.
About somewhere between 5'11" and 6. Oh, yeah.
Gabby, how tall are you?
5'9", 5'10", I think.
So, basically, yeah, they've, in the last few
Wait, why
years,
did you ask me? I'm like, it's because I'm not there. Is it not relevant?
in the last few years, yeah, basically what's happened is they've started, you know, where surgery has become
I'm
like,
not his second favorite person on the podcast.
Well, I've been answering. You just
no.
You're stupid. You're
You
stupid.
know what I mean? I'm not his
You're
second
stupid.
favorite.
Oh,
Yes,
Do you know why? Because you're gonna understand why I want to ask this question.
No, I know.
But
I know.
Kay's doing this.
I just like to be annoying.
Like, turn around so I can take the battery at your back, bruv. Yeah. Fucking hell. Right, yeah. So basically in the last few years, with surgery being globally known and globally done and everything else,
Yeah.
bone extension surgery has also come into place.
This is crazy.
Right, yeah.
How?
So
What is that?
How do you do that?
bone extension surgery is
That
where
sounds very.
if you are shorter, you can dibble dabble, I don't know the exact science of it, and make yourself taller. But the rehab for it is long. I think it's like
that's gonna have
6
long-term
months.
effect. What?
Right, yeah. So a guy was 5'6", 5'7", and took it, and he's now 5'10", 11. 5'11".
Girls will still say he's short though. That's the crazy thing.
5'11" to 6 foot, but you know what I'm trying to say?
Five-
And he said he was insecure about his height, boom. You can see the difference drastically, but you got to do the full rehab. Like, you know, if you get hit by a car, for example, or
Yeah.
You almost
and
break
you
your
got to
leg,
do
you
the
gotta
learn to
Learn
walk
how to
again.
walk
Yeah.
again.
long.
But if you got the bread for that, you can firm 6 months to learn how to walk again.
It's crazy, man.
If you had the bread for that, you can go in a little tin can and go under the water and try and see the Titanic too.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is mad. This is insane.
That's twice.
This is insane.
I'm not even lying.
You are so proud of yourself.
I'm not even lying.
Do you know I'm annoyed? Because I have the worst song in my head. The worst song. It's the Snoop Dogg song, yeah? And it's like, there will be
Ups
and
and
downs, smiles and frowns.
Oh,
Share with
I like that
me
song. I like that song.
fairy tales and make believe. That's what I can hear in my head.
Oh dear.
It said, oh, you're out of pocket, kind of thing, yeah? But if you had that money and you were smaller, would that ever be an option for you?
No. It sounds painful. It sounds
Mine is pain out of
It
it.
just sounds
but
like-
remember, we're talking about insecurity here. That's what I'm asking. It's more so as insecurity. Because if you was insecure about your height, or you was
So
insecure
that's
about...
saying, do I take inches out of my kneecaps to be a little bit shorter so I can be cuter? No.
How tall are you again?
I'm 5'5".
No, that's insane. That is insane.
To me,
because
well,
you are-
I don't know. I think that's still the average height.
You're 5'5".
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then you are.
You're not. It's not like you're adding something to the bottom of your foot to thus make yourself taller. You are
I can't help but think that's gonna
extending your bones.
surely cause
Long
a
term.
long-term effect. Like later on, like
Yeah.
if you probably weren't gonna have arthritis when you get old, you definitely are now in your knees, and you're gonna just.
If man wants to become black Inspector Gadget, let man become Inspector Gadget, bro.
Oh my god, that is such a fucking sick analogy. What? I hate you.
Man said go Gadget. Gabriel, Google it. If you don't know what Inspector Gadget is, just Google
Do you
it.
not know Inspector Gadget?
No, because you didn't watch it.
No, Gabriel, stop it. That is
Oh.
that is to
God.
the extreme. That's the best. Inspector Gadget was like here, and then all of a sudden,
Basically, he has an accent.
it's giving
Look,
Clifford.
look. I understand.
Have you seen Clifford?
I understand that.
It's giving.
I understand that
Inspector
in
Gadget.
today's society, in today's life, in today's world, you can take your insecurities and you can have them changed just like that, so you can feel better about yourself. That's great, but as we just said, long-term effects, and it's not, and you're actually taking something that you already have, and
They're taking the term Transformers to a whole different level.
you're transforming it in a way that
Literally.
doesn't
There are
seem-
all kinds of Transformers in the world now.
Who's,
that's
who
Manners.
we gonna blame? Who we gonna blame for this? Because you know, like, for example, when girls get BBLs, they say it's unrealistic beauty standards set by men.
But it's not us. We don't care.
Yeah, so
Maybe you can blame
who-
women because there are a lot of women that are very heightist.
Yeah,
Because why would any man be insecure about his height?
yeah.
I'm insecure about my height. I just don't care enough.
That's the thing. I
Sometimes
would
I'm
say.
insecure about my height, but then I don't really give a shit.
All right, but,
But
yeah.
then again, I don't really want to be shorter.
So
I think that,
yeah.
but I'm personally I think even if I had money, if I didn't have money, I wouldn't want to surgically change anything about myself because
tall, yeah.
however it is I have grown, however it
You
is
don't want a
I
fuller beard?
based
You don't want a fuller beard?
Nope, don't want full of beard, don't want my hair back.
Better eyesight?
None of that.
Oh.
Nah.
You know, better eyesight?
Nah.
Never
But
the one.
that's when the term "more money than sense" comes into it because
Wouldn't.
you wouldn't think about it if you ain't got all the money. But all the money in the world now, you want to do all these changes. That's
so-
more money than sense because it's not for me. It wouldn't be sensible.
I know of
Go
a
get
girl that
BBL.
does like plasma injections into like like
hair-
for hair, yeah, stuff like that. And then
What is a plasma injection? I'm not
It's like
privy to.
a-
It's something for your. It's like some
Hair
form of hair.
stimulation.
Yeah, for like hair. I think it's similar to what Paige Cakey did.
No, I know.
no,
what
that
Paige
was
did.
no,
Is it
that was
similar or is it
I know
not?
what
No,
Paige
that was
Cakey
a
did,
hair
and
transplant.
I know where she got it done.
No,
'cause-
just a hair transplant. that she
Yeah, because my
done,
brother
innit?
used to work there, so I know everyone who's been there.
That's funny.
This one is
Oh,
is
wait,
more
it's like, yeah, top. boom.
this one is more
But her hair was Niam out because of gel and shit.
This is what I'm saying. If people want to do that, then I don't find that silly. But you know, you want
But she-
to have fuller hair. And man do it with their beards.
she was like, you'll be surprised
Yeah.
the majority of people that come to do it are guys do it for their penises.
What?
And I was like,
Wait,
I've
what?
never plasma injections into there. Yeah, she was like,
Do you know
wait.
why I find this
And I was
funny?
like, I've never heard of a guy.
You know why I find this
Pubic
funny?
thing?
Yeah.
What?
So you know the rapper Marks,
Yeah.
who's now got a podcast with Loons and I'm not no behavior.
Yeah.
They was asking about surgery, so I'll never get surgery. But I go, if I had to, man would just put something in my cocky, make it bigger. I started laughing. I said, what's wrong with my man, bro?
Plasma injections.
Huh?
Plasma injections make your penis bigger.
Yeah, that's what. So this is what she said that guys do, and I'm like, in my life, I've never heard of a guy say they're gonna do that or talk about that. I've never. But she was like, yeah, but bare guys are.
When I heard that, I thought when you
Never
said
heard of it.
yeah, no.
Because I'm like, there's something I wouldn't play with in this world, and that's
Don't put
my
anything
joint,
sharp around
my eyes,
around the old
and my
front.
ears. I can't play with my joint eyes and ears.
It's like the whole-
Oh, you've been snipped like I have, bro. People's been
Don't put,
naked.
yeah, but I couldn't do anything about that. I was 4 age. Bro.
Oh,
I
you
was
talking
like,
about
stop that.
circumcised?
Yeah, I've been.
Stop
I
that.
got circumcised as
Yeah,
an
yeah,
adult, so it's different.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, when I was like 18.
Why you had the?
Oh, sorry.
I said, oh, sorry. No, for me, it's years gone by now, so I don't mind discussing this. For me, I kept tearing my foreskin; it didn't roll
That
back.
happened to my boy.
Yeah,
that happened to my boy.
I-
Yeah,
That
get
happened
it
to
straight.
my
Obviously,
my friend's,
I thought-
my friend's partner.
I
That's
thought-
why he had to get it done. And
I wasn't
and
sure
my
in it. So obviously, I've gone like sexual health clinic, getting
Yeah.
checked, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. For my circumcision, I was like, what? I was like, bro, I'm like 18. What do you mean circumcision?
Talking about what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that's outside, bro. What do you mean you got things like, what do you mean, mate? Like, what you
I
mean?
said I'm outside.
No, what do you mean? Like, no, but thing, I was like,
got
bro,
put
like,
on the bench
I'm
for
not in a
a couple
nap, you know, like, I'm
months.
actually outside. I was like, okay, cool. Had the consultation, had the secondary consultation. They asked me if I wanted local or general. I asked which is which. They said local is numb, general is he knock you out. I said respectfully, part of my language, knock me the F out. Like, I don't want to see man doing up Sweeney Todd around, boom, boom, boom. So, why are you laughing?
You can't be calm.
So
You
then,
can't just lay there.
obviously, these times I had a girlfriend at the time as well, and then had
Yes,
the
man.
operation a week before I turned 19. So then I couldn't do anything anyway. So it's like, I stayed in college for an extra year, so it was like, okay, cool. First week at home, second week back in college, but I couldn't do nothing, no sports, no running. Third week, I could go and play football,
No extracurricular.
and then
activities.
nothing. I could do that for 5-6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So then, going to play football, didn't start, fine, long. Ironically, this year, my younger brother just got his done as well at 21. So then, similar situation. So then, where obviously his one got fast track, so his waiting time was what, a month and a half, whereas I had to wait from November till end of February. So even when he was asking me questions, I was like kind of breaking down, like, be careful of this, blah blah blah. When he woke up, he said, "I wouldn't wish this pain on my worst enemy." I said,
Yeah, I hear it's painful.
I said, I was gonna pre-warn you about that part, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, because what if you
Peeing-
wake up with a?
peeing is that's uncomfortable. That listen, woy.
When I asked my cousin, because my cousin got it done, and he was just like, he was like, I just want someone to punch me. I want someone to punch me
Very different.
and knock me out,
I can't.
and I want to be out cold for
You know,
X amount of time.
you're not supposed to kick ball for like 3 weeks, yeah. Like no supposed to have 2 weeks in. My brother was like, I'm going to kick ball. I was like, I went to watch his game. He's like, don't worry, I've wrapped. Like, he's got section shorts on, a box is wrapped. I said, you're moving mad. He said, no, it's fine. I said, listen, bro, better you than me. I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, wear a cup.
Nah, the
He
thing
did wear
you said,
something like
what
a
you
cup.
said, pissing is like.
Now, when he went to pee, he was shook to pee in it because he obviously was still bandaged. Yeah, because they have dissolvable stitches, so it's like dissolvable stitches around. So it was even for me, it was uncomfortable for like the first thing, and then materials of like boxes. I was just like, like it just felt it's very uncomfortable.
I would just be at home naked. I
Has
can't.
anyone? This is a weird question. Has anyone had a UTI before?
No. But
No.
I've heard that's even.
You've never had a UTI as a girl.
They're common in women.
I know.
Girls get them like so many times.
Oh,
a
what do
year.
you call it? Your pH level must be perfect. Bro.
I think
Jesus
I think
Christ.
I'm not even trying to brag. I think it is because everyone when I heard about it, I was like, I've never had it. Like,
But it's
maybe
because
I
girls
need to-
don't. But yeah, it's like not pissing after you.
But it's not a
whatever.
bad thing if you do
Yeah, you
get
have to.
them.
Yeah.
I've just never had them.
Your
So when I've
pH level
seen it,
must be
like the girls are like, oh, I've got a baby,
your
I've
pH
got
level must be like
UTI.
oil and water together, bro. You ain't disbalancing either one of them. Just
I don't know how balanced it
Sturdy.
is because
Nah,
I can eat the most crap, but then I can eat well, and then I might not eat well. I don't know. What's going
that's a
on.
good
Let me
thing.
just
What,
do
and
this- do that for
and
you.
you lot have never had a UTI before, ever?
Ah, Arcadia has.
Oh my
Always pee.
gosh. Oh my.
I drink bare water
I
though.
don't know. And when
the
when
worst.
girls are like, it hurts to pee, and that they're peeing constantly, I'm like,
It's the worst.
oh,
You had
so
it?
I'm being
listen.
stupid. I'm like, oh, is it like when you've been drinking a lot and you just want to keep going to the toilet? Like,
No.
no.
I came
worse.
back. I came back from work. But I can do this thing where, like, if I'm busy, I forget to drink and I forget to do stuff. So I've come back from work, come home, and instead of me to like drink or go to the toilet, I haven't been in the toilet for hours, right? So I fell asleep, woke back up, went to the toilet, and I'm like, hold on a minute, this doesn't feel right. Like,
Does it
and
feel the
then-
same, similar in men to women, or
I
different?
look at the toilet, and it's red, bright red
You piss blood.
blood,
Yeah, never done that.
and it's trickling, like it's proper, like.
Damn.
And when I tell you, as you're pissing,
Check your prostate, bro.
it's the worst.
the
No,
sting.
it's the sting is the worst, and you don't look forward to going to the toilet. It's the craziest. It's the I thought I was dying. Like, I thought I was dying, and then I called the
And it's
doctor.
because it takes something so normal, so natural, and
Yeah.
now it's like tainted because now you're like,
Apparently, that's like when your prostate's fucking up when you get older. It's a similar situation where you don't want to pee. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy. It was crazy for me, man. But then after like 2 days of that, it was gone.
Oh, yeah.
It was
You have to
crazy.
take like
You can take tablets. for it.
Medicare.
I got some antibiotics, but I think the doctor just said just drink water.
Yeah.
You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
if no, sweet. And I've been a sailor.
Oh, oh, we know.
Yes, I have.
Oh, we know.
I don't want to talk to O about his sailor scenarios, but I want to talk to you about yours. You said something.
You say you've been a sailor.
Don't ask. In the navy, in his navy
Don't do
days.
it. Don't do it. Don't do
When
it.
he
There's
was
too many references to this.
In the
Titanic thing,
navy.
no, but that's a normal thing. He's like in his
okay.
He
in,
always
when he
calls
was
them in his
in his
sailor
sailor
days.
days when he was outside.
Oh,
When I
right,
was outside.
right.
Basically, my sailor days is when I was outside.
That's it. Oh,
See,
yeah, that's the
do you know,
news
I would like to hear about that one day.
Ah.
When
You
was
got time?
outside.
You might get a story there.
There's different eras, because it's like, I want to
Yeah.
hear how it was. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
One of the errors is linked with my family, bruv.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you want to hear? Do you want to hear ice scenarios?
Would you say it on pod?
Do you want to do?
Nah.
No.
You-
No.
Nah, one day
Okay.
you need a whole episode.
Anyway.
Listening.
Over the Cape.
Okay, so
Who's
yeah,
going up?
I wanted to ask.
You
So-
should know your topics. What do you mean?
Basically, no, because I had to write it because I word it different every time I ask. So it's a hot summer's day.
Mhm.
Your babes is looking sweet in, I don't know, what's the equivalent to grey tracks and what's a grey shorts? Maxi dress?
No underwear.
Maxi dress? Oh, well, basically. Then she gives you a proposition. What are you saying? I'm not wearing any panties under this sundress,
Sweet. It's hot.
but you can slide it in whenever you want,
Oh,
wherever
what?
you want,
She says that.
does she have to be awake?
however you want.
Oh,
Hey, whoa.
But use it
Whoa,
outside.
wait a minute.
said,
Whoa. Did you hear
I
what
ain't
you
got
said?
no panties.
However.
Must said, does she have to be awake? What?
Yeah,
Huh?
rapey.
He said what?
She
It's-
said, I ain't got no panties on.
But you see, if
Ain't
you
got
give
no
consent
panties
before you
on."
go to sleep,
This is what I'm saying.
Use it out.
That happens in relationships.
Yeah,
Like,
but I
as
don't know
far
why
as
I had
I'm
to ask
aware.
if she's awake because the scenario was use it out and use it in public. Like,
Oh, well, in public?
use could be, I don't know,
Told you.
at your kids'
Listening
school
on this
play.
pod, yeah.
Yous could be at
is
the most
worst feature of
inappropriate place.
You people, because you told the worst for it. Questions get asked, yeah. And it's like, oh, I didn't hear that part because you're not listening.
Yep.
She said outside. I already knew where it was. Is she awake? What? Would she do? Walk
I asked
around?
that before she said outside. Just before.
No, she didn't because she said before.
Yeah, I did. I was like, you and your girl outside. I read it from.
You got
my little
outside,
thing.
and then she got her panties on, and you was like, is she awake? What?
She's in like a maxi dress, like a summer maxi dress. Maxi could be
Tell me you just lift up. Easy.
fitted, and basically, or even a tennis dress, tennis skirt.
Oh, Serena,
Kilt.
Serena, tennis ball.
Yep.
I do like the tennis skirt. on
Yours could be
thighs.
anywhere inappropriate. You could be at the kids' school play. You could be at sports day. And she's told you however you want it, wherever you want it, whenever you want it. I'm wearing
Cases on all you
panties.
bitches.
What are you doing?
I'm putting cases on all
So this is Children's Sports Day.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm
Silly.
saying it could be anywhere inappropriate. You could be in church, wherever, somewhere that's inappropriate, and she's basically said that to you, just casually, being like, "Oh yeah, by the way,
Church.
Panties.
All right, cool. Duly noted.
But it has to be within.
Is she a
Within,
is
yeah.
she a demon who disappears at midnight? Because if not, then she's gonna be about, right?
This is like a rare occurrence. She's just said that. What are you doing?
So if your girlfriend in public asks you for public sex, what would you
She
say?
didn't even ask you for public sex. She just told you what the deal is. I'm not wearing any drawers. Do as you please. But this is out of character. It's not very like her. And this is turning you the F on. And it could be like, if I wait till I get home, the offer might not be on the table. I don't know what's happening. Are you risking it for a chocolate biscuit? Let's say you're in church.
Nah, man.
It's getting appropriate. Let's say if you're in church.
Nah.
Or you're at sports day. She ain't wearing no drawers.
What's this sports day thing? Nah.
time.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of somewhere public
It's not
that
the first
involves a lot of
sports
kids
day.
where you're not meant to be doing that.
Westfield.
Yeah, but Westfield, anyone can go to. That's easy. Anyone can go to.
See, this is how people end up like that guy. What's it called? Dominic Soler.
Well,
Yeah, it's how people could they
Well-
they went on too risky.
well, this is what I'm saying. Are you risking it? Are you gonna be like, yeah, do you know what?
Yeah, nah. Sometimes you have to chill out, man.
Or are you gonna chill out? That's not.
Yeah, I
that's my
think I'll
question.
chill out.
I'll be honest, yeah, it's not. I'm too old for this public sex thing.
A lot
Yeah,
of
when
I
people.
you
think
was
when I
young,
was
yeah.
younger, I was a bit
Park or
more
something, yeah.
the maverick stuff of like parks and
It was so
parks and
thrilling.
Again,
cars and
we're
high
saying
grass
that
and
I was in the
them thing there.
forest, I was in the
Now,
car park.
now where I understand like what it looks like for 30+ year old to go to jail and been scaring
Yeah,
children.
it's not.
It's not really my
fault.
forte. My girls talk about public parks and
Yeah, I'm with Reese on
and
this
whatever
one.
Nah,
that stuff.
I'm just asking.
Bro, if
I'm
you
just
traumatize
asking.
one child, bro, you are going on a register. I'm
Finish.
This is what I'm
good.
saying. Are you risking it?
No, I'm not.
For a rare occurrence, or are you
Risking
gonna
is
be
going
like,
to
look,
register.
no, it's like, oh, babes, you know what?
Risking the
I
register.
love
Nah,
you, but we're not gonna do that
not
today.
risking the register. Mm-mm.
Hi, I've just
We
moved-
can't do this the
Hi,
right way.
I just moved into this area and I have to
In
tell
the
you that
bed.
you can do this. Hi, my name is, and I've moved to the area. I've got to just let you know that I'm registered as a offender because of what?
Yeah,
I'm not
mad,
doing that.
Mad,
Yeah.
mad.
Nah, baby, you have to wait.
We're gonna do this. Have you
Yeah,
not
boy.
seen
You can
What
hum-
about your
you can-
your sailor
the
days?
film?
you can, but even before you get that, you can hum his favorite artist's song, being ready.
Nah, so-
while you walk down
Oh.
the park.
My fucking god, no.
You see the video where he got one of the prisoners got him to sing "Happy Birthday" to his daughter. Bro, that's right. That's crazy. To his daughter. That's mad.
Oh my god.
That's
Why don't I know
crazy.
about some white?
Yeah,
that is- Call
That
it.
is.
You know
that is
who who we met?
inappropriate.
I likes you, and I won't you.
He's out of jail now, bro.
Yeah, I saw it.
You can do this the easy way and the hard way. The choice is yours.
I said, yo.
But yeah, go on. Was you asking him, Gabriel?
Like I say, in your sailor days, would you have said yeah?
Yeah, that's a better question.
Yeah.
Work it on.
But I think like recent, anybody got time?
There's one time where I went to Epping Forest.
Dogging,
Yeah, you
dogging
did.
forest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Talking
wow.
101, my friend.
So I was,
Dogging woods.
but it was like
literally-
a car. It was like a
literally.
car park. And I was with my boy. We was going somewhere, and then we had to park up. He had to check something with his car, so he's parked up in this place, and it's like Epping Forest, and there's like a lodge there. But then loads of couples and people were turning up. So obviously we get out of the car and we're like, oh, what's going on? Why is so many people? It's like 12 a.m. It's late. We're like, why is so many people?
Came here with his boy like, hey,
We're like-
where the party at?
And they were like,
How's
yeah.
that John Legend song go again? I can change.
I'm trying to
Listen.
think which one.
These people must be going to a party. Let's follow these guys.
They were like, yeah. They were like, oh, they were like, are you coming? I was like, what? And I was like, no.
you.
The guy was like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Boom, 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 boom. But I've never heard of dogging in my life. Like, that's crazy to me. I heard it. I was like, right, that's mad. That's
That's quite an intro, Gabriel. I'm not gonna lie.
crazy. I'm surprised I've never heard of it.
You need to hear that over the internet.
And then I checked where it wasn't
See real
Google, and
life.
then it showed that Liverpool's Stan Collymore used to do that all the time. And I was like, oh, alright, that's
When he was
crazy.
bagging goals against
Him and
United.
him and
Crazy.
yeah, when he was with Ulrika. He used to do that. Oh,
Oh, Rika Johnson.
Who's that?
she was a
She was a thing on Gladiators. She was a TV host on Gladiators. She used to date Sven Goran Eriksson, the old England manager.
Yeah.
Sven, going there.
Yeah, no, the dogging thing is.
It's interesting.
Oh,
interesting.
Sailor Days.
It's interesting.
Sailor Days?
Yeah, Sailor Days.
Gabriel really wants
Oh.
he wants to
You
learn
know
a thing or two.
You
from
know what the
Sailor
definition of,
Days.
you know where Daredevil has the sign on his chest?
Yeah.
That's you, but it doesn't mean Daredevil. It means dynamic deviant, bro.
Nah,
Stop it.
nah, Sailor Days stuff is mad. You know? Sailor
She's
Days.
mad.
Yes, every now and then, yeah. Because
Gabe,
I can
no,
say
Gabe,
that.
you can never be outside and be like, yeah, that girl's a bosh. No, my guy, you're the bosh.
Nothing you ever get
But
arrested
I've
for.
got friends that in their Sailor Days that they show me they're part of like there's a Facebook group things I've never even heard of. He's part of Facebook groups where they all link up, and I didn't know about that side of the internet. Like,
Wow.
Because it's the black web.
I was in a few of those.
I think black facts called the dark web,
Bullshit.
bruv. Do you know what I mean?
Sailor Days.
The situationship was too. It was a party of 3.
Oh man.
You lot should have known when O started writing erotic books here that he's picking from sexual
Oh, I
experiences.
knew.
No. Just creativity. But then,
Creativity based on experience.
Based on
then also it just made me go, okay, well, let's see what else is going on in this world.
yeah.
And I learned just a lot of it, just so you could just look back and go, yeah, I did some shit.
I admit it.
I did some shit.
I hear you. I
You
guess.
know what I mean?
I guess
I can now look back and go, yo, I'm too old for that now.
Listen, my friends have sent me some wild stuff
But I did
through
some
like
shit.
messages and Snapchat
Yeah.
over the years, and I've said this to someone yesterday. But one of my brethren used to send me something. Yeah, if I got a snap after 10 o'clock, I knew it was the fuckeries. Like I knew it was the fuckeries.
Yeah.
Now it's just in a private story. Before it was like if it's then I'm just like, hey, this is
Yeah.
Hey
a lot.
yo. Hey yo.
But,
Yeah, man.
Say, I want to hear about Sailor Days one day.
nah, boy, we'll let Mark and O tell us about their 30 years of experience. On the planet.
I'm telling you.
Active.
I'm telling you.
I know Mark would have been clean back in the day, like
Mark's got old man games.
clean.
He's got an old man game, bro.
Like, cause you was telling me about him and O back in the day.
Back
you
in
told me
CD
about-
bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
quite a few episodes ago.
When they were new boys.
Mm-mm.
Crazy.
Ew.
Let's go through it. Let's go through
Well,
it.
that was a long time ago. You just went as close to the stairs then as you were,
Ew.
innit?
Down the bottom step.
Why would you?
Yeah, literally. They was
No, crawling.
just got to the steps, man.
Don't do this.
You was where we were.
Fam, allow it.
No, they were younger.
Listen, I hope when you get to where I am, your knees are better.
She got Meg Stallion in. She good.
That means it's good.
That's what
That is one thing. That is one thing I'm
Oh,
happy
don't
about.
you
When I
know
do
about
see you and Mark, I'm like, it's a new 40 something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true. It's
it's
true,
not
you
what
know.
our
It makes me
parents
happy.
were.
Yeah,
It's not what our
'Cause I
parents
remember my
were.
parents at that age. They was on
Our
the
parents, yeah.
brink. Like, you guys talk about steps. They was on it.
Listen, time out.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm in this pod and I say wayward stuff. Yeah, and I say on the stairs, close to the stairs, man are looking at me, I'm mad. Telling the man they're on the brink is crazy.
They were like, oh, they were touching the cloud.
In the words of them, in the words of Americans, that's OD violent, bro. That's OD violent,
son.
But it's like when I look at you and Mark, it's like, oh damn, like it's a new. But
Yeah.
then I look at obviously us, bro. We're gonna be like 40 and on PlayStation Live still,
Right.
and
I won't be.
like.
on
But
PlayStation
I'm just saying, but our generation will be
generation,
doing
yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's what.
I'll be 40 hobbling apart with my kids, yeah, being hella tattooed up.
That's crazy.
Hey, sexy daddy.
Have you ever seen that picture they did a couple years ago, yeah, of this old black man, but he's mad trendy. And there's like 3 cutaways. The man's like fitted Adidas tracksuit bottoms with like trainers on, and he's got a cardigan on.
no.
I found a picture somewhere, I sent it to you. He's just mad drippy. My boy sent it to me like 10 years ago, but like, this is you when you're like in your late 40s, early 50s. I said, yeah, probably. Just
That was
Yeah.
that was my dad back in the day. He was the cool dad that all the girls was like, "That's Katie's dad." Drove the nice car. Doesn't have a single tat. I don't think it was a thing as much as it is now, but always had like a new pair of shades on or fresh trim, crisp outfit, and he didn't look like all the dads. Is that your other brother? No.
you just draw me. Reese's dad is lame. Respect me, please.
Yeah, no. do you know what's even worse? Do you know what's
Who's
even
what?
worse?
Girls be like, no,
See,
Reese,
the word was
Reese,
peng.
Reese
back
John
then, or
National,
buff.
but your dad is fights up. So I'm what? So I don't exist.
Oh, people you say your dad was lame.
You should nice, but oh my
See,
God,
I
your
wouldn't
dad is
see.
hard.
I would.
Reese,
I would
but
have.
Reese, your dad and his locks. I have a whole long hair, like what? I'm not
I
here.
just
Can I see
wouldn't
pictures?
want people saying that about my mum.
Go on Instagram, see it. Scroll down.
Ooh.
I just wouldn't want people saying that about my mum.
I'll punch it. No,
That's all.
I'll punch you up.
Yeah.
I'll punch you up. You might-
No, well, yeah.
No, my friends say it to me all the time. Like even now, and I'm like, oh yeah, but your dad's like, oh my gosh, and he's light eyes, he's got hazel eyes. Oh, it's so. I'm
Your
like,
dad is like Terry Howard, mad.
no,
Hard
I'm
out.
like, ugh.
Hard out here for a pimp.
I'm like,
When you're trying to get this money for the rent.
I mean, I get it. Both my parents, yeah, but leave it out.
But yeah,
Feels a culprit for it, main culprit.
that's crazy.
Oh, but your dad is nice.
Basically,
Shut
talking
up.
That's
what?
nuts.
So basically, if your dad fit on Phil, what you saying? You ready for the rest of the tour?
Miss Loretta.
She will be that friend, Mr. Linton.
I'm ready for the rest of the tour.
It's fine. I did a thing with her cousin, so it's cool. Like back in the day.
Yo, what the
Yeah, man. Sorry.
yo?
It don't make no sense. But
I'll be like, you can chat about my dad, but
Would you try? Like, would you charge something like that if she did something with your dad? Like, would you charge it?
Charge it to the game.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
Real- See, no, I can't picture that in my mum.
I had one. Listen, I had one fumble with one of my sister's brethren when I was younger, and from then, yeah.
Nah.
Every time,
if that happened,
ever
oh
since
my God.
then, every time my sister, oh, this is my younger brother. Yeah, she makes it be clear that's my younger brother. Yeah, and I'm like, bro, what's going on? You good?
Yeah.
This put no
Have
grass.
to. You have to. Just
And then they're looking at like, and I'm like, I tell the people my sister, she want me.
Nah, when my boy always used to call me
I
when
hear it. Because I don't know if anyone's to meet my brother now, they're like, oh, how old is he? Please, go
That's a
away.
question.
All must lift you up. That's how old he is.
Exactly. It's true. It's true, you know.
Oh my god.
It's so true.
It's wild. It's wild. It's very
It's
wild.
true. It is true.
That's
Old
all
enough
there,
to
homies.
lift you up.
It's true.
You want to get deep, cuz? You want to get deep? Yeah. So, wait. Sex therapy. We have to go into this topic.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Babes.
Yeah. Yahoo!
That was with
I wasn't the best already.
Oh God! If we name this sex therapy, I know
I'd say no.
the song I'm gonna be used, but he's not gonna allow it now.
It's too easy.
Way too easy. So yeah, basically, this comes under the bracket of how long do you fit? Well, I wanted to ask you guys, how long should sex last? Yes, we have kind of done this topic before, but not on this in this aspect. So, I heard, and before I make this statement, no, I don't agree with it. No, I am not part of the majority or whatever. I'm just reading out a statement that I saw that I want to know the answer to from your perspective. Apparently, the average woman says that if a man can't last 1 hour, it's a problem. I want to ask you, obviously I kind of already know the answer anyway, but do you think that's a fair statement? And I don't get, like, for me, I don't get what that statement means. Like, surely she must be meaning foreplay involved, because she cannot say if a man is not coming straight sex for an hour.
I don't think she is.
That's not fair though.
I swear, it feels like, and as somebody who's
God,
been sexual through
he's saying he is.
change.
The Stone Age.
Stone age.
Yeah, but
Old stones. Where the old stones?
the old stones. Sorry, go on.
He's about to hit a Christmas tree.
Don't, because the longer we give him silence, the longer he's gonna come up with lyrics. So I'm just gonna keep talking.
Town of New, no, from the town of Newburn. He's about to go and link a bad bee.
I told you.
Oh my God, I like that.
Fucking know this guy. He's so annoying. He's still going.
It's gonna come.
No, he isn't.
I'm gonna know you didn't hear. He's about to go and link a bad bee. That's what.
Oh,
There's the understanding of what sex is. And the way it's broken down into, I guess, foreplay, then there's actual sexual intercourse, there's arousal, there's things like that. But it's basic, for what I am noticing about modern sex these days, is that they're just about having. straight
I think it takes the beauty,
intercoursing, which is
booty,
they want an hour of it, but they won't. They
the
won't.
beauty away from
It
it.
seems like they don't include
You're acting like you
foreplay
wasn't
and
active.
intercourse
You're acting like
as
you weren't-
one act.
Oh, but you're also active when Movado released the song Force It Up Hard Enough.
Fuck off. Fuck off. No wait, actually, I won't.
How old is the woman that said this?
She's around. I think she's around our age, but she was making a statement based on basically her what she got from it. Obviously, I've got a clip that I could play, but it's just a bit long. What she got from it, exactly my perspective. Like, I don't think she was saying this is what it is. It's something that she's obviously heard and thought. So I've heard it now, and I'm thinking, because I'm not being funny. As a woman, I'm gonna sit there and say I know that at least 80%, if not 90% of the women do not do their own job within the solid hour of just sex, and they expect a solid hour of sex from men. I don't think so.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is?
I think it's cheeky.
It's like
It's giving.
Go on.
Gabriel, finish. Sorry, go on.
Go on.
it's the thing in it. I know I shouldn't say this because I have a podcast studio, but I do think prices do need to increase a little bit.
Don't give everyone a mic.
Yeah, I think because I saw it was what was I seen the other day. Some girl was like, it was a New York girl. She was like I'm different. Like I know what I want from the jump. So if a guy takes me on a date, I'm just gonna be honest with him. I can't deal with a guy with a small dick, so I'm just gonna tell him, listen, just whip out your dick, and I need to see it now. Because if you don't show it to me, then I'm not even gonna waste my time. Like I'll let you go to the bathroom, get your joint sorted out, and then come back. But if you're not whipping it out, if you've got a small dick, I'm trying to see now because there's no point of us dating anyway.
This
like-
goes back to is anything sacred anymore? Honestly.
And it's like people say things like this, and I'm like, you're only saying this for a reaction, for a reaction.
Yeah.
Because if you and not like, and it's like I hear these comments, and I'm like,
it's
I
so
see these,
dumb.
I'm like, you lot would say anything
for a click.
for a click.
Even like what you're saying here about the whole sex thing, you know?
I don't think they know what
Sex,
they're talking about.
for example, I've said this before, I think maybe before you joined the pod or not, maybe you've been on a pod. Me and Mark and O have had this conversation before. And I say what a lot of people don't realise about the difference between men and women when it comes to sex, example, even when you include the four pillars of what you mentioned here, is women's arousal level, even if they're horny and they don't naturally lubricate, you can still be lubricated by lube. Guys being up is based on blood flow. If you, for example, ejaculate to a certain level of volume, your recovery, like a heavy volume, your recovery is a lot slower than someone else's who is basically shooting dust. And I don't even mean it in a rude way. So then, even that being the thing, I was thinking, behave. Even even when you said that, I felt like he licked off a gum on a silencer.
Oh wow!
Yeah, right. So I was even thinking, when it's like, okay, session for an hour. So is that a session where the person's come and they've gone again,
Yeah.
or is it like one? Because it's
very
because
small.
but as you said, for example, like this was written. So subjectively, I don't know if it's like, okay, cool. How quick is your bounce back game? Can you go again? You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's easier for women in certain cases where it's like, okay, cool. I'm dipped and I'm good to be like, yeah, I can go again. Woo. And for example, the same women that will cast like bald men, for example, high level of testosterone, much have a high level of testosterone, right? Yeah. And that's not a lot of people because men's testosterone, the average man, even with a good, who aren't on tablets, who aren't taking like a certain level of vitamins or whatever, once you turn 30, your testosterone drops 1% every year. Right, yeah? And we've spoken about this, sexual peaks. Sexual peaks for a guy is from like 18 to like 24, 25. Sexual peak for a woman is like 28 upwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's different.
So you got a longer sexual peak than we do, and yours kicks in later. So it's like, when you see younger women or like a certain man, a younger man with an older woman or vice versa, it's because their peaks are similar. You know what I'm trying to say?
That makes sense.
There's a rarity where you both have good sexual peaks and it aligns and rah and the rest, but it just depends. Like, I agree with Gabriel in the sense of him saying like salacious comments and da and the rest of it. I like, as you said, no shame. People just actively saying things for the sake of saying things. Sometimes, I haven't said this, the more and more, I really start to hate the creative element of where people can say wild things and they get away with it.
Get away with it.
Yeah.
Thing is, when these people say wild things, like when I read it, I said, whoever said this, does she even fucking know what the hell she's talking about? Excuse my French. Just because I feel like
We.
being being grown, you need to be able to. I feel like if you're grown enough to have sex, you're grown enough to understand the dynamics of a male, the different dynamics of a male and a female during sex. Not just I need to know how to pleasure a man. I need to know how to look good. I need to know how to move like this and be sexy. No. You need to understand how the male body operates in the first place.
Yeah.
Simple things. If you want sex, you can't just go and tug it. You can't just go and grab it. Like,
what turns him on? What gets him?
do you know what I mean? Like,
there's not a lot of it's.
Like, what do you think this is? Is this a vibrator or a man that we're talking about? Because now you're like, oh, if you can't go for an app, mate.
It's not. It's not.
Nah.
I'm not saying this in terms of men being victims, but it is in sex. Men are literally looked at as go on then, get it up. When there's no care.
Literally, you're looking at me. It should be up already.
Sorry, I'm not childish. Go on then. Draw for the mash. Go on then. Really want it. Sorry.
No, but literally, that's go on.
I think that's I think that's nowadays.
Wicked.
She thinks that type of girl thinks she can look at him and be like,
It's just louder voices.
Yeah.
It's Kadia, it's also louder voices on the internet.
it jars me.
It's actually louder voice on the internet.
It jars
It's like
me.
when everyone's like, oh, there's no good women out there. I said there are, right? Yeah, or there's people out there with manners, or people who might move this way. There are.
They're
it's
just
just
not
that
speaking
there are.
like that.
Yeah, because they're minding their business and they're doing what they're meant to do. It just happens that the loudest, the voices who seem to be prevalent the most, are the ones that happen to be the loudest ones. It doesn't say all women are like that and ECT. It's just annoying because when you're trying to filter, when you're in your filtration system and you're trying to find the right person for you, or if you're not sure, you're just seeing these people.
Yeah.
Like Gabriel's comment about backing out Willie in a restaurant. Babes, what?
Do you know how insane that is? Like, if someone just deep going on a date and a girl just says that,
not only is that just
the way-
crazy, but that's taking.
Listen, if there's a family in that restaurant, that's a register fee.
just
That's
imagine.
That's actually taking the romance out of going on a date and because it's like
Exactly.
it's like you just want
What's
that. You
What's that
just
show?
want to fuck
It's
buddy
Naked
them.
Attraction.
Same.
Basically, or you just want to F buddy because to be honest,
To me.
obviously when I first started dating, naturally you're attracted to a guy. Obviously, I'm going to be thinking about sex, are we sexually attracted, are we sexually compatible, blah blah. But that's gonna come later because the importance is that I want to know if you're the right person to be around, if we can vibe together, and then when I'm sexually attracted, I want to know if it. And again, those are people that don't know what they're talking about because I know everybody's like, I want a big dick, but no, you probably don't know what that means.
It's like it used to be like, okay, if you look at it like love, romance, courtship, honest
In that
feelings.
order, or
No, just as a group, as the first level.
Yeah.
And after that, then you get to the we're in love, we're having sex, we're having a relationship, blah blah blah.
Now people
But now
sex
it's like
first,
now it's just about sex first, and everything is flipped.
Sex
So
first,
it's
but you
more
could be a
about-
shitbag.
It's more about let's find out about sex first before we even can figure out if we're even gonna fall in love.
I think part of it is
the fuck.
I think part of it is
Part
of it is
Oh my god.
Part of it is pornography.
It is.
The effect it's had on people. I think secondly, I was having a conversation with Thingy about it the other day. Every guy's got the most money. Every guy's got the biggest dick. Every girl has the.
What does that mean?
Every girl has the.
biggest dick. Like,
Okay,
what does that
so
actually
I can only
mean?
speak for our community, quotation marks,
Definitely
Within
quotation
our
mark.
community, I think even for women, and pardon the term, it's a dick swinging contest. It's literally a dick swinging contest. I don't care, like, respectfully, even growing up, from when I was a teenager to now, I don't watch another man's dick miles, bro. It's none of my business.
That's mad.
Yeah,
Ever.
like it's not for me, innit? Like, if I'm concerned, the only thing is, if I'm concerned, for me, I had one rule and one rule only. If I liked a girl and she'd done something with someone I know or I'm cool with, I just wouldn't go there.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
100%.
because I also understand men them are spiteful. One, I don't like. It's not. Oh, she's got to be a princess. The rest of that stuff. Yeah, man, them are spiteful.
Man will drop the line.
Man, them are spiteful, and I weren't in the mood for people to come and say something brazy about the girl I was dating. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So it's one of the ones where it's like, you know what? It's not for me. Boom, fine. Miss me with that. Now, because of how certain man be like, oh, you're linked with my man. Oh yeah, man, them's on. Then start doing this.
Yeah.
Excuse me, this chatty patty thing behind shoulders. It's weird. It's not for me. Personally, it's not for me. Right? Yeah. It's for certain man. It's not for me.
Yeah.
And I think the more and more and more, as he said last week, booty hole brown, something, whatever. That's the generation we're in now.
It's mad.
Even as adults, like
different.
it's not even like I can be like, oh yeah, that's a young boy thing for 16 to 23-year-olds.
No, it isn't.
There's people prevalent within our age group who are still moving like they're young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I know
these
you
people
can't
are-
age.
When
Like for example, the biggest insult a girl will say to a guy, for example, is at your big age. At your big age.
yeah.
For real, at your big age, however old the girl is,
At your big age, at your
you're
big age as
making
a grown
this
man,
statement.
you've never been a man.
There's one I really hate, and it's female rappers. But how can your pumps be the wettest and the tightest at the same time? It's not possible for your pumps to be the tightest if you are at your wet. Like there's certain
Yeah,
things
don't exactly.
don't make sense. They don't go together.
That thing, that
It can
statement
be tight, but
makes
it won't
me.
be the tightest and
But
the wettest.
But it's like how
It's one or the other.
yeah, it's one or the
Yeah.
other. It can't be.
It's like when
both at the same
it's
time.
like Meek Mill
It's not
speaking on
possible.
women and not knowing what a woman's pH, not knowing what pH is.
It don't make sense.
Just be quiet.
Like, yeah, nah, for real.
They just want to say things that sound great.
Like off topic. I remember ages ago, when
Wait, I was in deep thought.
go on.
Because, sorry to get visual. Because
Jesus.
Oh, here we go.
even if it was a tight thing, even if it was like extremely wet, it'd still return to sender. It'd still return to form.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
it will. But after it, when it's
But
when it's
in
wet,
that state, it's in the
when
state it's
the
in. When it's at its
it's not going to
wettest,
be its
touche.
tightest.
it can't be
Touche,
tight.
touche.
It
No,
can't
no,
be
you're right,
tightest
you're
or
right,
tight
you're
or
right.
yeah.
Because the walls will-
It can be somewhat
Yeah.
tight because it doesn't expand that
But
much.
it's not.
But
You would know the difference. Like as a guy, you would
Yeah.
feel the difference.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like it's not gonna be. It's not gonna
Like,
be how
when
it
it's
felt when
dry,
you first started off.
there you go.
Compared to how it is in the middle of it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not.
slip
yeah.
and slide. There you go.
That's a good point.
Like yeah, scientifically it
Like
doesn't
a
make sense.
literally
but
like
people
a
say it. And I'm
human
like,
water slide.
yeah.
So
the
But it's
selling-
our community
it's the
though.
selling
I'm
point.
realizing it's
No,
our
but it's the
community.
selling point.
We're the ones we're tapped.
It's the
We're the
selling
ones that
point.
say this nonsense.
Do you
and
know
it's
what I
like,
mean?
Yeah.
It's the selling point. Oh, my thing is the wettest. My thing is the tightest. Oh yeah, well, I listen. I'll give you 4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah,
easy,
it's just-
one night.
it's a lot of yeah.
It's what you're selling.
Yeah.
But
Sounds good. All
It's
of it.
going backwards because it's like, hey, listen, I'm giving you all of this, but forget the intimacy of all of this, or forget even the intimacy of getting to know
They don't
you.
care about
Love
intimacy,
you.
Yeah.
yeah, no, they don't. And this is what I said. Is anything sacred anymore?
Thank you for the traction
Romance.
against blind date.
Romance is dead.
No,
all
we're
of that now. It's not. It's just not like. And that statement just rattled me because I thought half of the women that believe that or would say that you probably don't even know what's like. You don't even know what sex really is, and you don't know what you're talking about because there is no way you're telling me that you just want a straight hour of pamming and it's gonna all
Sounds
be
good.
great.
It doesn't sound good.
Because
bro.
an hour long
like-
session. What do you mean? If I'm to have an
That's-
hour long session, it's gonna involve everything. And an hour long that would have to mean start to finish. And I think then people that brag, yeah, we had sex for a whole hour. Like, nah, so really?
Jobless.
Anyone that would say that and brag
Say
to me, I'll
jobless
be like,
warriors.
ugh.
Jobless antics.
Yeah, if someone was
If
like,
he was a
oh,
student, maybe. innit?
yeah, we was.
Like,
I'll be like, oh, who's got time? Like people think it sounds great, but I'm like, oh no, like.
Is foreplay included?
Well, this is what I said. I would expect it to be if I.
No,
don't
you
think-
said straight.
But you,
session-
listen, you got to understand. See, with a lot of these statements, when people speak subjectively or objectively,
Objectively.
objectively, sorry. When people speak objectively about their opinion and that, sometimes you just got. I read the amount of things I see on the internet sometimes. Yeah,
I'm just like,
if I know it's not kiki ha 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 funny, I just look at it. I just carry on scrolling.
Yeah.
Just carry on scrolling.
Stupid.
It could be Twitter, it could be anything. Right? Yeah, because I say all the time. If we remove pod, half of the things that I even look at, I wouldn't even. I'll just carry on about my.
you know how true that is because yeah, same. But yeah, I just saw it and I thought,
Talking about someone who had a long sexual session, did you not hear about the man who committed a sex act on a seagull?
You know what? Yeah.
The bird?
The way society.
goal.
You know the thing. You know the bird that don't fly properly. It goes on. It glides.
Bird. I said the bird. The bird is the bird.
But you know-
bird. Yes, a bird.
Yeah.
A seagull.
But the
wait, sorry.
All these virgins, yeah.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Hardy's.
What did he do?
That's-
I
Okay.
want to know what this assault was. I want to know what it was. I want to know what he did.
Okay. Are we gonna read it?
But here's the thing with today's
Go on,
society.
as you're doing that, go on, Gabriel.
With today's
Let
society,
me get a link.
he might be a seagull as well.
Oh
So
my God.
You never know. I'm just saying, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible, bro.
Invite me and Seagull. Listen,
Gabs, get out.
listen.
No, it's.
Nah, you have
I
to-
mean,
he's got to go, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think, but in a
But
few
he's
years'
right.
time, it's gonna be.
He could go into
Yeah.
court and easily say these days,
In a few years'
I
time, it's
identify as,
as a
Do you know
seagull.
what? Do you know that
You're
is-
gonna be able to do that.
and you are offending me, my people, and our mating ritual.
no, for fact.
First of all, if I was offending you and your people because you're not people, you're birds.
Ah.
Yeah, you wouldn't speak. You would just go cool and just speak, bro.
I'm still trying to get my head around
you wouldn't
how
speak.
we-
I'm not. I'm not.
How
It's
would
like.
he
It's like.
even
Oh,
know?
I wanna ping as a cat, bro. Like I even said this. Yeah, you got to understand this. I'm respectful of whatever anybody wants to believe and however they feel. But you also have to understand that people, based on your feelings, are also logically allowed to argue why what you want to do can be bizarre in within the space, not the human space, just within the space that currently exists. You therefore, when they do argue it, shouldn't be offended based on how you feel, based on them asking questions that you may not like. That's the only thing that people have to understand with. I can respect your decision of if you want to go by whatever you want to, whatever, if you want to be transracial, transgender,
Trans-disabled.
trans. I don't know what the people who identify as animals. I don't know what that correct term is.
Yeah.
It's a
Right, yeah.
transformer.
Right, yeah. You can
Trans mammal.
no, because mammals are not all animals. It's whales and you know what I'm trying to say. So like, fine. But
Pedantic.
if someone asks you a question, you therefore can't be offended by you should respect my space. I can't respect my face for someone to stop calling the N word. So I'm still allowed to question why, for example, if you choose to do this, what is the logical meaning behind this? And I'm allowed to, if you ask me to call you, that's fine. But I still want to understand from my logical brain why you want to see yourself as X, Y, or Z.
Do you know what people aren't allowed to call me? Don't call me cisgender. I'm not no.
That jars me, bro.
I'm not no cisgender. I'm a man. Yeah.
Oh, is that another one of them ones
Yeah.
that we could?
I don't call.
It means
me,
it means the sex you were assigned at
Yeah,
birth.
I'm not
Yeah.
that.
No,
That's you,
stupid.
man.
See, all this is
I'm not no
getting
cisgender.
out.
No, I'm good. I was normal before.
Yes.
With man.
That's crazy.
No, I mean, as in,
I was normal before.
No, as in, like, now, no, for me, you've made me abnormal by calling me cisgender.
Well,
because I wasn't,
you know what, fair
that
point.
before. Like, I didn't agree to that. Same way they won't if they want to be referred to as a they or a them, right? And you refer to them as, let's say, him or she, they're gonna be like, I don't want you to refer to me as that, right?
Yeah.
It's abnormal. I don't want you to do.
I think the thing I have got to get my head around is I think one of my sister's friends has the pronouns they, him.
My cousin has it.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. I don't understand. And it was bizarre, but because I haven't had time to sit down with one of my sisters and ask, like, what like, I'm not part of that community, so I don't understand. But at least for me, like, you understand, the world is playing catch up to where their community currently is.
Yeah.
Right, yeah? So, like, the people who aren't open to that, that's fine. Like, you don't have to be open to it because it's very quick.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And I also say, I think what a lot of people's issues are when you speak about this subject, for example, is the agenda is being pushed by trans activists, not trans people or gay people, by someone else. So the problem is you have secondary voices speaking for that community, and then people get angry because look how everyone reacting in this room, for example.
Yeah.
We're reacting to other people's understanding that is being projected by activists who they themselves are not part of that community. They're allies of that community. And that's where it gets problematic. And then people get their back up like, no, you're not, I don't need to do that. That's not my agenda. Get away from me. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think it comes to a stage of, okay, that's what you feel, that's how you feel, that's fine. Yeah, but I don't agree with it. I still like you as a human being, but ECT, you just have to be respectful in approach.
100%.
Because seagulls have really sharp beaks, right?
Well, this is the thing.
So,
I was
he
confused
obviously
about the
wasn't-
act.
he
So
wasn't-
basically, I mean, look at the face on it. If you can see that for me, Gabriel.
What with the seagull?
Yeah.
part
of the guy.
seagull.
I'm gonna see if Mark
He
can,
looks like a seagull.
can
Though,
put a
low-key.
picture or something, because this is just the face on it.
He looks like a seagull.
And it basically, he performed this act. I think it said it was last year in August, but he was jailed in April this year. And I'm gonna read through briefly. So a man had been jailed 24 weeks for using a
It took
wild.
them 10 months to convict a man they saw try to
Listen, and it's not even that. It's a sexual
Bugger a
act in
seagull.
public. Again, whether it's, I know obviously animals involved, but it's a sexual act.
An
in
animal was
public
involved,
still.
babes. It's bestiality.
Yeah.
Well, not involved. You know what I mean? Sorry. Um, yeah, so apparently it caused unnecessary suffering on the creature. He admitted the unusual crime at South Tyneside Magistrates Court on Tuesday, April 25th. So Lee was seen near Gladstone Street around 1 a.m. chasing a gull down the road with a second piece of footage showing him chasing the same bird down the road again.
Oh, he's
Finally,
attracted to the specific one.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, no,
it's weird.
he's got-
Finally, in a third piece of footage, he emerges holding a smaller bird. He could then be seen putting the bird between his legs before masturbating while watching pornography on his phone. After he was done, he kicked the bird away and walked off the courtyard. At the end of the trial, the word bizarre has been used more than once on this occasion. And then I think someone said, I have
Well,
to
it's
say
spade a
that
spade, bro. It's mental health, bro. Stop
Yeah,
it.
it's, it
mental
is.
health.
It is.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the most
yeah.
I
unusual
don't
cases
understand.
we've
I
come
don't
across
understand
in
this.
the
I don't.
magistrates
I
court.
don't understand this country or the world we live in, right? Yeah. We will say we are allies towards mental health and rah 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 on the rest. You will literally see a man have a mental health break. That's a mental health break, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. And you put man in jail for like a normal, not like a center, like for mental health. You
Yeah.
put him in a jail. You don't even want to check what man's natural mental state was before. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, come on now, bro. Like, call a spade a spade.
Nah, that's true.
Because
Nah,
in your
true.
right mind,
Because no one
in
in
your
their
right mind,
right-
you're not doing that.
Nah, no one in their right mind is doing that.
Seagull.
We spoke about on this
Strange.
podcast. We spoke about it in society
I
the last 5 to 6 years about people's mental health. That's why everything that exists now about being kind to people and workplace things and toxic environments. This is all based on mental health and how you feel in a fair work environment. Even not at work, but for a person in any logical being's mind, for a man to run down a bird, yeah, right, yeah,
On
and-
more than
and-
one occasion.
on
Like,
more than
it's
one
like-
occasion, and then do something like that. Your mental health is struggling, bro.
Tatters.
That's in tatters.
Yeah, it's done.
And obviously, I think they like jailed him because it's performing a sexual act of some sort or whatever. But more importantly, this guy would need serious help.
It's just a seagull.
Let's say he does believe he's a bird as well, and he's doing like that's
Then ask him to drop down and let his eagle on.
boy.
Oh,
I don't know.
that's a crazy punchline. Still, that's very
That was
crazy.
great. No, that was great.
That's mad crazy. I have to give that.
That
Seagull
was
on.
great. That was great.
That-
Top ins all day.
Yeah, no, that came out of
Seagull
nowhere as
on.
well.
What's his name?
Hi.
What's his name? I can't even remember.
Nelly.
Now. Huh?
Nelly.
No, the man. I was gonna put his name in the song.
I just think
Let's
people
call him
should.
Mark.
I
No.
think
We've got a Mark. Drop down and get your seagull on, John. Drop down and get your seagull on, John.
crazy things just happen in this world.
Nah.
You
Got,
got
see,
that.
so I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm trying to get over what he was doing.
I don't actually. It didn't actually specify, but you can imagine because he put the bird between his legs and started. I'm pretty sure he might have used the beak to.
But how is he watch porn masturbated with a seagull in his hand?
Is he holding this?
How is he doing this?
I don't know. He must
See
have
why I
really
have to-
like-
How?
You see what I
Like
have-
visually?
Well, it basically said later on you see him on a park bench with a smaller bird, a herring gull. I don't know if herring gulls are smaller. I don't know what they are. They're tiny, innit?
So he's
So that's really sad. He must-
either way. He's had he's had two things in his hand.
yeah.
I'm so jarring in my head.
The
I'm
bird.
so jarring. in my
The way
head.
I can imagine it, it's
Nah.
hurtful because
There's a miss. There's a miss lyric in my head.
What?
Two gal on my side. Two gal on my side.
Gala masa.
Me in the middle.
No.
In some foreign line little. Oh my god. It's
Stop it.
That is
Two
technically
gal on my side.
That is technically.
All falling on me, y'all.
threesome.
That's a threesome. still.
I said that's a threesome. That's
Yeah, that
crazy.
is a
Just
threesome.
imagine, you know.
Hey, listen, we got one more topic we can
bird.
tackle for today before we got to shoot.
Tackle.
I know Kay wanted to bring this up as well, and I think Kay will probably take charge of this. But I know it's more so. I wanted to ask you as well about obviously where you work within the school. Don't know how, but we live life.
Just had to.
And
Dear.
just what is the process of teaching children now from the ages of what year 4 to year 6 about sex education?
Well, they're currently doing it at the moment in my school. And they're doing it through the different years from year 6, 5, and 4.
So I was right then. That's great.
Yeah. The it's been going on. So it's about 2 weeks. It's been going on, and it's just one lesson.
I just realised. How long have they been teaching sex ed in years younger than year 6? Because I'm pretty sure when I was in school.
Year 5. I call my
It
year 5, year
was-
6.
Well,
I know it was
there
year
are
5
no
and
there are
6, but
levels
year
to it
4
though.
as
There
well.
are levels to it. There are levels to it.
It's different now as well. It's
The same
conceptual,
thing.
yeah.
The things that you learn in year 6 aren't the same things you're gonna learn in year 4.
Yeah.
As far as sex education,
But still,
it will be a bit more in depth come year 6, which is that's the class I'm in at the moment. The one thing I can say, there is no masturbation homework.
Yeah, because
I
that
don't
thing I
know.
read,
I
I was
don't
like,
know where that one came from. I've seen the homework sheets because I prepared them. They went out as normal, no drama. There's nothing sex education related in their homework that they have to go home and practice.
would you say people are
That's
just saying this for the clout on these statements then? Because
Well,
clearly,
I think so. I think because
you have to
again,
have
it's
the
just,
same thing in one school. Obviously, you might teach it differently, but it's the same bracket of learning you have to give them each school. No,
I think with outrage, you sometimes add a bit of sauce.
You
to
got to
that
cut through
outrage.
you got to cut through the noise, and sometimes you
Yeah,
Literally.
to just literally just get people paying attention to you, and sometimes you just have to throw that spice on it. I think, and I think that's what they've done, because it's not just as far as the actual education. It's not just about sex. It's not just about. It's also about the human body. It's about relationships. It's about interactions.
Yeah.
It's about a lot of it. As much as everyone assumes it's sex education, is also helpful for these children because a lot of them and these are internet children, so a lot of them don't know how to interact with each other. These are children who are going off to secondary school, and I am telling you, as
They're
someone in
socially
this
awkward.
class,
and they're socially awkward.
yeah, they're socially awkward. A lot of these kids are going to get punched in the face in the first 2 weeks, and they're not going to know how to deal with it.
Boy, we were talking about this the other week,
it's
isn't it?
like so it's showing them about relationships and how to interact and how to be a friend, how to care about somebody without it having to be a relationship or sexual or anything like that. So it's multifunctional, but I think what the big thing is that everyone is just putting it as sex education. And did you hear that they're getting kids to go and masturbate at home as homework? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That sounds very,
that is
very,
intense.
very
I can only
crazy.
speak for the place where I work, where they are not doing that. And as far as physically explaining sex, where babies come from, the egg, fallopian tube, all of that, it's one lesson. So where they have these different lessons throughout the week, they're on different subjects of sex, relationships, getting past being socially awkward as well, and a lot of things like that. So that's mad. Masturbation homework. Can you imagine?
From a parent's perspective, how are you managing the process? Because obviously your daughter's a little bit older, but the whole sex education process, from what the school's teaching her to what you're teaching her, and finding that middle ground, because obviously you kind of have your own personal views on it, and then you're working in the school as well. So how are you finding that middle ground of kind of adapting your normal thought process to like your educational thought process when talking to her about it?
Well, unfortunately that's something I can just never turn off. So the two always collide.
That's a good thing then.
But I'm aware of what it is that she's learning in her school, and I've also said to her to give her the time and the space that if she does want to talk about anything that she can, if there's anything that she's not sure of. She says that my daughter says she has a pretty strong grasp on it already. That's from conversations with her mum as well as conversations I've had and the things that are actually going on in schools. And I can understand the necessity. You know what it is? This is a case in point. The kids at one point during the lesson, they're given pictures of two people. Some of them are just walking down the street holding hands. Some are just sitting together on their phones. Some are out having coffee. Some are getting married, etc. Some are man, women. Some are women, women. Some are men, men. One of the boys in my class got the pictures of two men, and the teacher was telling him about how couples can have children, but they don't actually have to physically have children. They can adopt, they can foster. There are many different ways. There's IVF, etc., etc. he shouted out strongly with his whole chest,
Oh, dear.
all the vim in the world. He went, because he had the picture of two men, and he went, ugh.
Oh god.
Two men can't have a baby. That's how you get HIV.
Crazy.
Kids will just scream at anything.
The whole class
Crazy.
went, The teacher in my class looked at me and went, what the fuck? I looked at her and looked back at the boy like,
Back the fuck.
fuck up.
Wow.
What? But then at that exact moment, that made me realize that he needs this more than anyone, because whatever it is that he's learning, and I know this boy is coming from a home where, you know, chichi man for dead. So I know.
How'd you make that just straight, bro?
Sorry, no. I know the family as well, so I know it's from.
As man said that, I was like, yeah, Jamaicans are definitely. You didn't have to say that. I knew exactly what it was. I thought Jamaicans are definitely catching a stray in this.
You know exactly how it was. Yeah. So I know that he's learned a lot of things from things he's hearing from his
School
peers, the old school people around him, and he seems to have some just really wild people around him. And he's just learned the way that the things that he's learning, he's just not learning right.
But okay, cool. But look at, for example, yeah. Think about all the songs you used to like, for example, when you was younger. Cause them are bar, yeah. All them songs. I know gay men who will sing them songs loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, with pride. Culturally, ultimately, naturally, you're gonna change. Stop it, because I'm trying not to vibe.
I'm proper singing the lyrics in my head as well as you're doing it. I love
Culturally, like you're adapting people's.
You see what I see?
You're adapting people's culture for what they grow up in their house.
Yeah.
To the Western way of thinking,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. I always look at it like this: as long as you're not spewing hate speech, if you don't agree with something, fine. For example, if I'm a religious person, and for example, I be like, oh, I don't believe in being gay or ECT or whatever,
Yeah.
because it goes against my godly beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, but I'm like, you're cool. I just don't agree with what you do.
Yeah.
Naturally, fine, but that's not hate speech.
Yeah.
But if you're doing for example, it's fine in that sense of what he's being raised in his house. If you give him the information, it's for him to decide what he does with that information.
And that.
See what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
The conversation now changes.
I do.
Because ultimately, his parents are coming from a place, or people he's around are coming from a place of, that's not for me. Culturally, this is a bit wrong.
But then there's that aspect of it where it's education. So it's not telling. It
works both sides. It's education from both sides. Yeah.
It's not telling them to go and do these things, but it's telling them this is literally how things are, how they work, how you're growing up, and this is what you're growing into. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I can see what you mean. It's
still education from either side, and it's based on cognitive reasoning of what he or she, depending on the student, decides to take in.
Yeah.
And then what they choose to take in, the ultimate lesson is, as long as you're not spewing hate speech, right, yeah, whether you agree with it or not, that's how you have to do it. Because the more PC this world gets, the less, you're spewing hate speech. I just don't agree. Well, I think that
I can just not agree.
I don't agree with it. That's fine.
Mm.
As long as it's not petty, I don't agree with your face that you're being childish now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think we got a wrap anyway.
J. Cole.
So I don't agree with your face.
I
like that.
This is episode 154 of this is Different Shots podcast. You can find this DSP on all your favorite DSPs. My personal favorite YouTube. Please watch the YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment. It's actually good to kind of see the way, like, the stuff we do that you can see, you can hear on audio, that you can better off see in our faces, and reactions and weirdness and whatever.
Subscribe.
You can find, you're talking with a mouth full of food. You need to chill out, right? Yeah, you can find Mark, K.O., Gabby, and myself information in the description below. You can find the DSP website, the DSP TikTok, O's book link, and Mark's photography link in the description below. I've been Raw Talk Reese, or I've been Reese, sorry. To my left has been
Mr. O.
Across from me's been.
I've been Raw Talk K.
Don't. Big Spangoli, bruv. Across from me's been Gabriel, and we'll be back next week. Love, guidance, and blessings. Look after yourself. Look after your mental health. Peace.